So very good afternoon to one and all present here. Today, me, Arya Jain, and my friend Dhruv Anand, we are gonna present a project, heart disease prediction.
So in this presentation, we'll explain the basics of machine learning, HTML, and heart disease, as well as talking about our project, model, and its accuracy.
So about our project. In our project, we are predicting heart diseases based on certain parameters using machine learning and the HTML coded website. Those parameters are age, sex, resting blood pressure, chest pain type, serum cholesterol, fasting blood sugar, resting electrocardiographic results, maximum heart rate achieved, exercise induced angina, old peak, slope, coronary calcium score, and thalassemia.
So you may be asking, what is heart disease? Heart disease isn't actually a disease. It describes a range of conditions that affect the heart, such as rhythm problems, heart defects, heart valve disease, and more. The symptoms of heart disease include pain in chest, shortness of breath, weakness, or coldness in legs or arms. Factors that can lead to heart disease include age, gender, hereditary problems, tobacco, smoke, cholesterol, blood pressure, physical, which means whether or not you're obese, and diabetes. Some ways to prevent heart disease is eating a healthy diet, regular exercise, managing stress, and making sure you get enough sleep.
So, how do we predict heart diseases? We use machine learning and HTML to do that. By the help of HTML, we coded a website which takes inputs from the user, which are the parameters that I defined earlier. Then those inputs from the user go to a Python program model which uses machine learning algorithms to generate a final output as 0 or false and 1 that is true. To understand more, let's first understand what is machine learning and HTML.
Machine learning is the study of computer algorithms to improve experience by use of data. Machine learning is used everywhere from self-driving cars to video recommendations. The three main types of machine learning are supervised learning, which needs input data and the correct answer for a set of examples. Based on this, it learns how to predict the outcome and minimize error rate. For example, using supervised learning, we can predict house price depending on area of house. The second type is unsupervised learning, which, unlike supervised learning, doesn't need to know the right outcome. It's used for clustering similar data together. For example, scientists can use unsupervised learning to cluster data patterns to analyze evolutionary biology. The third type of machine learning is reinforcement learning, which is like a training agent that acts like a human and interacts with the environment and learns what is good and bad depending on a reward. It's similar to teaching a dog. If it exhibits good behavior, we reward it. And over time, the dog learns what it qualifies as good behavior. It's used a lot in games such as chess and robotics. Classification is a type of supervised learning in which class of data, which is like yes or no, can be found out based on inputted data. For example, a classification algorithm can classify if an email is spam or not.
What are the steps of machine learning? So the first step of machine learning is data preparation. So basically data preparation is the process of transforming raw data into usable form so that it is used in machine learning algorithms. So for example, if we have a data set which has missing values, so through machine learning, we can fill those values based on the other rows which already have the data filled in. The second step is choosing a model. We have to choose a model which is optimum for our size of data, accuracy of output, linearity of data, etc. So basically, we will be deciding if we want to linear regression, logistic regression, or like classification. These are different types of machine learning. Third step is training, trying to fit the best combination of weights and bias to a machine learning algorithm to maximize accuracy. So basically, there are two types of variables: x variable and the y variable. The x variable are the inputs, and the y variables are the output. So basically, we split our x variable into test and training data. So the training data, we take the inputs and we train our machine learning model to create algorithms which can predict the future outputs, the y variable. Then prediction, forecasting the output for a set of values provided in the input depending on the data the model was trained on. So basically, we are using machine learning algorithm to predict the output from the given data set by training through the given data set and predicting new y variables.
So you may be asking, what's HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is the standard markup language for documents that are designed to be displayed in a browser. In HTML, we use tags to add elements such as headings and links. Most websites we go to are made using HTML. HTML can be styled by the help of CSS, which stands for Cascading Style Sheets. We've went to many evolutions of HTML and are currently using HTML5.
About a machine learning model and its accuracy. So we achieved 84% accuracy in our machine learning model, which is a lot, and we are proud of it. So basically, 84% accuracy means that there is a 16% chance of us predicting the wrong values and 84% chance of succeeding to predict the right values. Over here, I'm talking about the y variable, which is the output variable, which would be like 0, which is false, and 1, which is true. So I'm gonna share the screen for the code.
Okay. Interesting stuff.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So this is the Python code that we have used to create a model, a machine learning model. So now I'm going to explain the code. So basically, in the first cell, we have imported all the libraries that we need to make our machine learning model work. Then in the second cell, we are importing the data set that we have used to train our model. This is the data set that we have used. So there are 304 rows and 14 columns. Then we are printing the data set, the head of the data set, which is the first 5 rows, and then the tail of the data set, which is the last 5 rows, as you can see. So then we are printing the shape of the data set, which shows how many rows do we have and how many columns. So there are like 303 rows and 14 columns, as you can see over here. Then we are checking if there are any missing values in the data set. This is data preparation. So in our data set, we don't have any missing values. So it is showing 000 in all the parameters. Then over here, we are checking the type of data. Like there are different types of data. There is integer, string, float, etc. So basically, over here, we have printed all the types of data in that we have in the different types of parameters. For example, in age, we have integers, while in old peak, we have a float. Then over here, we are describing data set. So basically, we are checking the how many rows are there in each parameter. What is the mean of each parameter? For example, like the mean of age is 54.3, uh, and then 25% of all of the all age data set, like 25% of all these data points. So this is describing the whole data set. Then over here we are printing a target feature. So basically, how many people have been diagnosed as heart disease, like they have heart disease or they do not. So basically, the people that have heart disease, there are like 165 people, and number of people that don't have heart disease are 138. Then over here we are printing how many unique values are present in each feature. So basically, they are for different, like 41 number of different ages. Like because our data set has different ages throughout the data set, though there are 41 different ages. There are two sex, which is male and female, and so on. Then over here we are taking x and y variables. So basically, we are taking this code over here. We are defining that we want to take all the columns except the y column, which is the last column. And over here we are taking the output column. Output column is the last column. The last column over here in our data set is the output, or the y column, y variable column. Then again, we are printing the X head, which is the first five rows, and then the Y head, which is the first five rows. Then we are splitting our data set into training and testing data. So the variables are X train, X test, Y train, Y test. Then over here we are using standard scalars, as to fit, like transform our data to so that it can be used in a machine learning model. Then over here we are like checking the accuracy of our machine learning model. So over here we got 0.84. Actually this is 84 percent, but it shows like 0.84, but actually it is 84%. So that's all about the machine learning code.
Okay. Nice. That was an ML program, machine learning AI program.
Uh,
So we'll run the model next.
It's like
yes, sir.
Dhruv is going to share his screen now.
So that was the code for the ML program, but now we decided to have a website for it. So we have im.py, in which we start by importing the libraries we need, such as Flask, NumPy, and Pickle, and we load like the data prep.pkl, which you've seen Arya put, and we also load the model. And over here, we're just defining predict, in which we request age from the HTML form, sex as well, and etc. And over here, we put it as prediction. So now we in result.html, which is this, we have two values. If it's equal to 1, you have heart disease. If it's equal to 0, you don't. So over here, we're just making a prediction which gives 0 or 1. So now I'll just explain the HTML code. So in HTML, we're just basically defining the doc type as HTML and language as English. And in the head, we're just giving the title, which is heart prediction model. And over here, we're just giving the body and the title, which is here, the second title, heart disease prediction. And over here, we're just making the form, which has age, sex, chest pain type, which is requested by app.py. And after making the form, we're just basically adding style like background image, and the fonts. After doing this, to run it, we have to go to run.ipynb and run it using !python app.py. And after doing that, we can use ngrok http 5000 to make the
So
website
basically,
public.
that's how we are hosting our website. So ngrok HTTP 5000, it is a way of tunneling. So tunneling is a way through which we can like host our website. Ngrok is the thing we are using for it.
So if you'd like, you can go to the website and chat. I'll just go to the
Click on the
website.
link and it will redirect you to the website.
I'll just go to the
It's in the
website.
chat, in the meeting chat.
So now I'll
So
just
this
give
is
you a
the
value.
deployed site, right? So this site has been now deployed using Flask Python library, and now you're doing the website demo. Okay.
So now this is
We're
the
going.
HTML website that we were talking about from where we will take our inputs. So like we will type all the like random values uh,
Yes, I'll give the
and then it
values
will
for a
predict according to
positive case. So this is for a person who has heart disease. So serum cholesterol 233, fasting blood Q1. Is equal to. Let's look at the data set.
like we are gonna see the from the data set that I showed. So just to check our model, it's working fine.
You can enter random values and see
Yeah,
if
we
it
can enter
predicts
random
heart
values, but
disease.
Yes,
we are
I'll
just
just
taking the data from data set.
enter.
So these are all the heart parameters, right?
Oh, just 1 second. So this predicted you have heart disease, and just to check again, I'll give it for a negative case.
So based on health parameters, you want to predict heart disease.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So where have you taken the data from?
So there's a website kaggle.com. So over there, like there are a lot of data sets that we can take. So like it's an open source website. So from there we took the data set.
Okay. And how long did it take you to develop this program?
Uh, sir, like weeks. I think the website expired. I think so.
I think a lot
No,
of
I
people
think.
are
Okay.
accessing that URL
I think a lot of people would be trying our
because you
website.
shared it in
So
the chat. So you can actually stop NGRock and start a new session. Don't share it with audience.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
people instantly opened, I think, all the links.
You can stop the session and then start again with a new URL.
because this is we are using like free hosting, so we can't take a lot of users at
Yeah.
once. We'll have
Correct.
to pay
Yes.
for to deploy our website.
Right.
Work on a real project now since you have done this.
Okay, so now I'll just put the negative case 68.
Vivek, we may include all of these kits in projects and deploy them on the cloud.
Yes, that's the plan.